Welcome back to The Mouse and Men, where we explore the grown-up side of Disney. Find us online at themouseandmen.com and on social media at The Mouse and Men. I'm Bradley, and we're going to be talking about one of the ways that we can generally bring Disney magic home into our homes. That's through the television with Disney Plus. I love Disney Plus. It's about all I watch. Um, I've I've been watching Star Wars, just having a hard time with Clone Wars. I may uh, I may have to um stick to just movies because I'm kind of getting burned out on Clone Wars. I tried to start it back up and I can't get into it. I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna have to talk to Chris. And he's either gonna have to talk me back into it, or we're just gonna have to talk about um, just struggling to stick with it. But also watching Switching Gears and still really enjoying that. Um, but something that I want to talk about is just the Disney Plus interface itself. Hadn't changed a whole lot, but it's it's not been as magical as other Disney experiences, and I want to get into that a little bit. Um, we've got Apple TV, and so I'm using it through Apple TV. Most of the time, it works pretty well, but it seems to be glitchier than my other apps. YouTube, Netflix, um, even Amazon Prime, which I've got my own issues with Amazon Prime Video, but I find myself having to quit and restart the Disney Plus app more than most. Um, and just with my remotes, it's just kind of wigging out sometimes where other apps aren't. Um, and and I've really noticed a lot of this is when they started bringing over Hulu and ESPN content, because I do have the Disney bundle with Hulu and ESPN Plus, and I like I that's when most of my issues started. Is now I am going through and trying to find what's new, and it's got not just what's new to Disney Plus, but what's new to Hulu, and it's it's also not really what's new, it's what's newly added, and it's a bunch of old stuff, and that's great, but I wish there was a way to, I guess, kind of filter that. Um, because I get a lot of stuff that it's just, I don't even want to look at what's new because there's too much. It's too noisy, and I, I don't know what's going on. Um, my my kids account, I think I've got it to a PG rating, and I wish there was a way that I could turn off the sports, because it's extra clicks to get to what they've been recently watching, which is just Bluey. I think we've watched the entire series, all three seasons, at least 40,000 times. But it's just another click to get down there to Bluey and watch the next episode, because I've got to go through recommended for you, what's new, all the live sports, so something else in that. It's just frustrating. I I will say one thing that I've liked and was helpful for a little bit for my kids, and now they just want to watch Bluey. But they've got different live streams. So you've got playtime, which is for the younger kids like my kids. I think you got like a Disney Junior, Disney Classics, Disney movies, and you don't have to worry about picking what's next or really running out of things to watch because it's rotating. I really love that. But porting over the the sports and porting over Hulu, it's just getting messy. And I watch a lot of stuff on ESPN, but honestly, I'm going to the ESPN app, which is not my favorite either. It's it's glitchy. I find, especially if I'm trying to find something right as a game starts, it like I can't start it. And so normally I can't start watching something until a couple minutes into the game. And that's been for a while now. Again, this is all on Apple TV. The iPhone app and iPad app are are better with ESPN. And I honestly I don't watch a whole lot of stuff on Hulu. I usually watch it through the Disney Plus app. And it is nice, but like I said, it's there's too much going on, and I find myself less interested to go look through what's new when it's got everything on there rather than just what's Disney Plus. How would I fix this? I don't know if you could, like, those blocks up at the top. It says Disney, it says Marvel, it says Nat Geo, Hulu, ESPN. Maybe if there's a way that you can highlight like just Star Wars and then it filters the what's new. If you could filter Disney and just see what's new on Disney Plus, filter Hulu, just see what's new on Hulu. Um, I, I don't know. I don't know if there's um, a way that you can kind of pick your platform going in. Um, but I think it could use work, and I just find myself just not enjoying the magic quite as much as I used to. And I mean, I'm still watching Disney Plus as much as ever, but I'm I'm less inclined to go find new things to watch because it's so noisy. What what do you think? I'd love to know what you think. I'd love go ahead and email us podcast at themouseandmen.com because I want to enjoy it, but I'm really not having a great user experience with Disney Plus right now. I, I think the menu is fine. Like I enjoy the menu. It's pretty easy to get around, but I I feel like the sports kind of gets in the way, and I just another thing. I'll say this too. In what's new, I'll go look at what's new. I'll be like, ooh, I want to see those details. So I click on something, and when I back out of it, it scrolls all the way to the beginning of what's new. And now that I've got 4 million things on that's what's new, I have to scroll through a bunch, and I found myself just I don't want to scroll through all that and giving up. And so I want to like it. I want to feel good about it. I'm just really struggling with it right now. So I know that there I mean, I think they're always tweaking it. I don't pay attention to when I'm getting updates, but I really wish they could tweak some of this and try to make the user experience a little bit better. Um, I mean, on the app, on the iPhone app, it goes recommended for you, newly added, continue watching. Then it goes to ESPN Live and upcoming, and it it doesn't do that same thing on the Apple TV app, which you would think that because it's all the Apple ecosystem, it would work a little bit better, but that's not the case. So, are you enjoying Disney Plus? Do you use it a lot? Are you watching Hulu, YouTube TV, um, HBO? Oh, where do you consume most of your content? What's interesting is, we started streaming because we wanted to cut the cable. And now, if you have all these streaming platforms, it's probably just as much, if not more than cable. I know I'm spending quite a bit of money on the Disney bundle with Hulu with ads, Netflix with ads, and it's I know there's a lot more out there that I could be paying for. Anyways, thank you for listening to my rant on the Disney Plus experience. It's just a little less magical than other things. Sorry, I've been MIA for a couple weeks. Just been really busy around the house, and but I did want to get back to this, um, not just event, but want to talk about some news. And I'm gonna try to watch a Star Wars movie next, and see if that can keep me going. Because right now I really am trying to get into it and just having a hard time getting back into it. But come find us online at themouseandmen.com and on social media at the Mouse and Men. I am Bradley, signing off for this week, reminding you that you don't want to grow up too fast and you've got to keep exploring.